What's up, guys? Chris Kalachis, Keller Williams, St. Pete. Just want to kind of do a final wrap-up video of reasons why we moved out of California and to Florida. Number one, obviously the taxes. Taxes were the biggest thing. I would say for most people moving to a zero tax state, taxes are the biggest thing. When we got professional advice from money manager type people, accountants, they said, when we asked them, where would you be right now if you were my age, they'd say, I'd be in a low tax state. I'd be in, Florida, Tennessee, South Carolina, somewhere in there, Nevada, possibly. And yeah, be saving money on all those taxes. So that was enough for us to hear, for us to start, making the move. Second thing that was huge for us were schools. And Florida doesn't have the best public schools, but their record during COVID was great. And then also the kind of parental rights and education bills that were started really woke us up, because we were seeing our our nieces in California be taught crazy things in their schools. Stuff like separating classrooms by race and things like that just didn't sit well with me. And the amount of pushback that the teachers would give when parents did have an issue with that was just scary. So, Florida it was, and we're loving it. We got a kid on the way, our first kid on the way here in a couple months, and just to know that they're not going to be in these crazy schools that we're seeing in California. I mean, you can see crazy stuff coming out of California schools every day of the week. So, the third thing that was important to us was the price of property. We searched a lot of different places around the country, and property was really expensive. And we were coming from a condo that we had bought that was very expensive as well. We spent $650,000 on a condo in California back in 2019, and when we ended up selling it, we sold it and purchased the house that I'm in right now. And we went from a 1-bedroom, 1,900 square foot condo to a 4-bedroom, 2,500 square foot house for less money than we actually sold our condo in California for. So it's a huge thing for us. Having kids, we want enough space, big house to let them do their thing. So huge thing, property. Fourth thing, business restrictions. I used to be a builder. I was building single family and duplexes in California, mainly in Oakland. And when the pandemic started, they just let all the city workers, the people that, basically, every business needs to function, whether it's permits or, construction, you got to go through the city, and you need the city's approval to do a bunch of these, these things. So we were basically dead in the water when COVID started. Nobody was answering our phone call. We had to harangue our city council person to tell them, we're doing business here, and we're just a small, couple guys and a couple crews doing, building these houses. Help us out. And so that was really scary. Wouldn't wish that on anybody. You don't want your jurisdiction to just let every city worker just go home. And, for years, like literally they did not show up to City Hall for years. And it took us about 7 months to get a permit that we had requested before COVID had even started. So, that was scary. And then the fifth thing, which was kind of the biggest, but also it wasn't the reason that we moved, was we basically had the city that we were living in, the county that we were living in, start a social experiment right here on our street where we had our condo. So they took over a building that hadn't been used for a few years and said they want to convert it into homeless housing. And obviously in California, the homeless issue is crazy. Like, there are encampments that stretch for miles that are hundreds of yards wide, and fires happening all over the place. And that's, that's not even to talk about the drugs and the mental health crisis that, is being wrought on all these communities. People getting beat up in the street, randomly by a crazy person, things like this. You see it in the news all the time coming out of California. So, just the 5 kind of wrap up reasons why we left California. I'll kind of write them down in the description, and you can judge for yourself. Judge me. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully this is the last moving to Florida, why I left California type video that I make. That's basically it. If you had any questions, if you're moving to California or want to move to Florida, please give me a call. I'd love to talk about it. Just a fun subject to chat about. So yeah, talk soon. Have a good one. Have a great day. See ya.